Our next speaker is N.S. Sankar. He is a past international director and serves actively on the Global Action Team as an area leader. In his area, he continues to empower membership, leadership, and service.
Good morning and good afternoon, Lion friends. I am indeed very happy to stand before you and present this paper to you. I should thank the organizers, particularly our directors, as well as the organizing committee chairman, for giving me this opportunity to make this presentation here today. As a member of 35 years standing, I always feel that we are not able to grow beyond the 1.4 million target for a number of years because of the only reason that we are not engaging our members, particularly the new members, properly. That is why I chose this topic, member engagement, the only way to grow. I hope all of you will agree with me on this point. Member engagement, what does it mean? Why should a person join any NGO? What should be his desire, or what would be his desire? Is he driven by a desire to serve others? Is it the only reason? Or is he driven by the principle of forging some friendships with others, developing his networking? Or is he driven by the pressure of his friends who urge him to join a movement, join a Lions Club? Is it because of that? Is he driven by his thirst for improvement in his knowledge? Is he driven by a desire to get leadership opportunities? Is he driven by the attractions such as food, hotel, environment, entertainment, and many other fringe benefits that go associated with any social service organization or NGO for that matter? What does that drive a person to join any NGO? Just imagine when you joined Lions Club, what was your desire? Why did you become a member of this organization? Must be any one of the reasons mentioned here, must be one of the reasons. But ultimately, somewhere in your inner thoughts, you must have thought, by joining this movement, you must be able to do something to the society, isn't it? At least whatever social obligation you have, you would have felt at the time of joining Lions movement that somewhere I will be able to do something to the society from which I got so many things. Don't you think so? If you analyze all the factors, we shall certainly conclude or come to a conclusion that more than 50% of the people join any NGO only out of their desire to serve others. It is true, you ask yourself, you would definitely feel the same way only. Of course, a few join on account of friendly compulsions because their friends urge them to join a club, they would have joined. Some of them would have joined for the sake of friendship or for the sake of leadership opportunity that they may get while joining any NGO. It is all possible. But majority of the people join an NGO only looking for an opportunity to serve others. All of them have desire in some way or other to help others. A man is always born a social animal. He is not a secluded person. He is not just an animal like in a forest. He is born in this world always with lot of thoughts in his mind, which keeps on making him move around, looking for some opportunity to help each other. When he looks for an opportunity to be helped by others, he also would like to give something back to the society from which he got so many things. Don't you agree with me? If you agree with me, then perhaps you will understand my point. all the people have an innate desire to contribute to something bigger than themselves. The famous author Jag Randava had said this. A person is born out of love. Someday he has to die. It is an obligation on his part. In between, he lives to make this life a better one, probably a satisfying one for him. People join various movements to serve others and derive some kind of mental satisfaction to keep them going. This mental satisfaction, after all, a man lives with so many of his thoughts in his mind. Once a thought would be to mentally get satisfied. Kindness certainly matters in life. This is an unprecedented time. It is time for an unprecedented kindness which we have to demonstrate, which we have to show, which we have to exhibit in times of crisis like our pandemic situation today. And this kindness only matters when a person joins a movement, particularly a Lions movement. A member joins Lions movement in a club. How do we engage him and where do we start is the question before us first. Many of us think that by giving him some assignment in the meeting, we are engaging him. By asking him to read out flag salutation, by asking him to present somebody, by asking him to propose a vote of thanks. Is that all a man who has come to the Lions movement should do? Partly whatever I said is true, but still there is a long way to go. A member should be given an opportunity in the service activities so that his purpose of joining the Lions movement is fulfilled. If the purpose is not fulfilled, if his desired goal to help somebody is not fulfilled, then he feels that there is no way for him to continue to be a member. Whenever a person attains an objective in achieving the growth, betterment of a person or an institution, they will feel engaged. We are giving a scholarship to some boy who is studying in 6th standard. For 6 years we keep on giving him scholarship, making him join an engineering college. Don't we feel happy about it? Don't we derive mental satisfaction out of such an obligation which we have given to the society? This is what, are we encouraging our people to do something like this, which will be everlasting? The growth will be everlasting. The person who receives the benefit will also feel obliged to the movement, to the NGO which helps them. Are we doing this in Lions clubs? That is the question before us. Are we engaging new members in the service activities? Are we allowing to grow with our contributions? Are we allowing to nurture a new project for which all of us will contribute and make him feel proud? The purpose for which he has joined the movement is fulfilled. Do we make him feel that way? I think many a time we may not do this. We have got a lot of permanent projects. Are we engaging our new members in doing some work in that permanent project? Are we giving an opportunity to be there to help us? We always feel that new members should not be allowed to enter into that project. This is where we are neglecting them. We ensure that they are not part and parcel of our movement. We don't allow them to mingle with us. That is why many of them feel neglected. Many a times this synchronization does not take place. The new member will always feel disengaged then. It will be a disillusionment rather. He feels neglected, he feels there is no work for him, and he gets ultimately disinterested over a period of time. If 50% of new members who join our movement leave within 12 months, then this is the only reason, because they feel that they are not engaged by us. The fact is, another 40%, totally 90% of the people leave in the next 2 years. Only 10% of the new members cross the 3rd year. This is what our statistics says. Membership statistics says that. Therefore, member engagement is the only way to grow. I strongly believe in them. I strongly advocate it for you also, friends. Take, for instance, any institution. any corporate company, any commercial organization, you engage a person, any knowledgeable person, give him a good job, good designation, good remuneration, good perks, provide him with a cabin and all the facilities that go with the position he occupies, but don't give him any work at all. What will happen? Maybe he will continue for a month, then he will simply leave because he feels that there is no work for him in that particular organization. Nobody comes, let us understand it very clearly. Nobody comes just only for the sake of salary or position. People want to do something to earn a name out of the position which they occupy. People want to do something which produces results for the organization to which they all belong. They have a sense of belonging. So long as you don't understand this, the implication of making a person to have a sense of belonging to the organization in which he is working, then there are chances that he may not continue to live with us for a long time to come. People come to get themselves engaged in producing some kind of results which will also satisfy them eventually. These executives should feel that they are really engaged. They have some challenges to fulfill. Challenges to fulfill is the Tarak Mantra for any organization to grow. Only those who are engaged to challenging situations will succeed in life. We have seen there are hundreds and hundreds of examples which we can always quote. I am not going to quote everything, but you know all of them. Only those who have the challenging times come out successfully with flying colors. Friends, if you don't create a great, rewarding place for people to work, they won't do great work for you. This is one of the greatest saying that goes with that. I mean, please remember this, member engagement is the only way to grow. How do we grow? I mean, immediate task, don't look for somebody from outside. Look for someone within your family. In our organization, at least in India, in Isami area, I would rather say only around 20 to 22% of the women are there. Even these women, most of them are only women become members there. Even their families do not become members of Alliance Movement. There are at least more than 50% or 70% of the men who don't bring their women folk as members of our movement. It is, if it is not a good place, we always take our women to good places. Am I right? We take them to our relatives' places, we take them to our temples, we take them to the restaurants, we take them to any marriage functions. Whatever we feel is good, we are always taking them. We are taking them to cosmopolitan clubs, gymkhana clubs, and we have our food there, entertainment, everything, we engage them. But when it comes to Lions Club, we always feel little shy to bring them to Lions Movement. Why? What is the reason? Is it a bad club? Is it a bad place for us to bring our women folk and children? I don't think so. So why this hesitation? Why this reluctance on the part of men folk? If only we bring the women folk and all the children who are grown-up children who are studying in college, if we make them members, tomorrow our organization will become not just 1.4 million, it will become 2 million over one day. It is all a small pledge we have to make ourselves. If it is a good place for me to become a member of Alliance Movement, it should be a good place for our family members also. That is number one. Number two, if all the presidents, secretaries and treasurers of all the clubs bring at least one member from outside, just imagine how many clubs we have. In India alone we have around 6,500 clubs. Tomorrow we will have 20,000 members. If all the cabinet members of all the district cabinets, there are 75 districts in India, 75 district cabinets into minimum of 200 persons. It makes 15,000 cabinet members. 15,000 cabinet members bring one member each. Then there will be another 15,000 members. Totally it will be 35,000 members. Why are we hesitating? what is the reason? Why should we be reluctant to bring more members? I mean, because and bring them and make them engage to Lions movement, give them some work, make them work, and let them all feel the happiness what we see now. If you are not happy with our Lions movement, even we would not have continued. We feel satisfied with whatever work we do. We will also give them an opportunity to make them feel happy, give them also